Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash, Season 4. So as most of us should know, The Flash is back in just over a week from now with episode 17, otherwise entitled Null and Annoyed, and that episode will start off like the final hunt essentially for the bus metahumans that are remaining. There's two of them, one of which is Null, and the other one is the Folded Man, which we will deal with in episode 18. But what we're going to be going over in today's video is extremely exciting. Like, I can't believe what I'm hearing, and honestly, it's something I wasn't expecting. Many people aren't liking this season of Flash that much, which is understandable, I guess, you know, if you're looking forward to like speedsters all the time and stuff like that. But really, what we're going to be going over in today's video will surely have most people excited as hell for this episode because, it's a bit of a throwback to say. So the synopsis for episode 22 was released, so that's the second last episode for the season, and this episode is entitled Think Fast, which, you know, makes sense. It's about we're versing the Thinker this season. Barry's fast. Think fast. And this the title basically does apply to what is in the synopsis, which we will go over. But of course, before that, be sure to let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on what you hear in the synopsis, just your general thoughts, whether you agree with my translation of them, just let me know in the comments section down below. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. With the Speed Force in jeopardy and Barry starting to lose all hope in taking down the Thinker once and for all, he becomes desperate and turns to all those connected to the Speed Force for help. The good and the bad. Iris goes shopping. So to start off, like, honestly, wow. Firstly, that synopsis, and yeah, secondly, the Speed Force is in jeopardy. So I'm guessing the episode beforehand, DeVoe manages to tap into it and damages it and maybe get some, some power from it. That could be possibly what's going on here, which leads on to this episode, which, leads to Barry getting a bit worried about what's going down. Another possibility is the Quark Sphere, which we've had, introduced back last season and like season 1 as well. And then it was brought back into episode 15. It's the thing that contains Barry's DNA that sort of confuses the Speed Force. So that could be maybe what's happening. Maybe it breaks down and that sends the Speed Force all psycho because it's realized that it's been, gypped really. It's been fooled for the past season. And maybe it's like, well, now I'm all screwed up and it just goes mental and that worries Barry. But you would have to think it applies to the Thinker just because it's the second last episode and he's the villain. So yeah. Now, the synopsis does say that the Thinker will be played by guest star Bethany Brown. Now, who is Bethany Brown? Bethany Brown is actually the actress who's playing Null. So it looks like the Thinker is going to not only get Null, but actually use her as like the new host body for his consciousness. So Null is becoming DeVoe. I think it might just be for this episode that she is like the Thinker, DeVoe's using Null's body. And then the finale will get something more epic where either like the original DeVoe returns somehow in some shape or form. I don't know how they would work that out. Or maybe Ralph Dibny gets controlled by the Thinker, which is a thing that a lot of people are predicting to happen, and then even then he could turn himself into the old DeVoe because of Ralph's abilities. Now the most exciting part about this synopsis, which I'm sure everyone looked at and went, oh, okay, that's going to be awesome, is when it says that Barry's becoming desperate and will turn to those connected to the Speed Force for help, both the good speedsters and the bad speedsters, or the good side of the Speed Force and the bad side of the Speed Force. Now, it doesn't really elaborate what's going on here, but it actually has been confirmed, 100% confirmed, hashtag breakdown, that Savitar, Reverse Flash, and Zoom, yes, Zoom, not Black Flash, but Zoom will all be returning for this episode, which, just the thought of that is making my mind explode, but then also like scream in joy. It's sort of like a mix of those two. So how they're going to make that work all in one episode with other stuff going on, it's going to be insane. It does say the good side as well. I just mentioned the bad side. So with the good side, maybe Jay Garrick. You'd have to think it's Jay Garrick. What's her name? Jesse Quick. Maybe Wally. I don't know. The show hates Wally. Like the Flash show hates Wally. And I think Keenan Lonsdale is actually away from where all the shows are being filmed in Vancouver. So I don't think that's an option. So I think it might just be Jesse and Jay Garrick for this episode. So in regards to whether like Savitar, Reverse Flash, and Zoom are coming back necessarily just because they appear, because you're going to remember, they're technically all dead. So maybe they're like revived by the Speed Force to maybe go after Barry, or maybe the Speed Force revives them, if you want to call them that, makes them like physical ghosts, if that's the correct term to use, to help combat what's going on with the Speed Force, sorry, because if the Speed Force is going like mental and possibly about to, break down and possibly just end, then the Speed Force might be trying to save itself, so it's like resurrecting all these people that were connected to it at one point in time. So all these suits, all these speedsters in one episode is going to be insane, and I think this could be quite an epic one, because many people's favorite episode this season was episode 15, which was Enter Flash Time, which was, very heavily connected to the Speed Force and just speedsters in general, and just, using the Flash or a speedster's abilities. My favorite still is episode 7, but this is basically going to be very similar to episode 15 in regards to what people would want to see. So, I don't think many people could be hating on this episode, unless it's just a cluster bomb of just, too much going on. But even then, I think for a TV show, you just want that stuff, and hopefully it doesn't wreck the actual overall story of the season, saying that this is the second last episode. But really, the most interesting part of the synopsis is actually Iris going shopping. Oh my god, what is she going for? Shopping for? Theory time, theory breakdown time. What the hell is Iris going shopping for? Is it baby clothes? Hashtag pregnancy confirmed. Is it makeup? Are they doing a makeup channel? Is Iris starting a makeup channel? She was doing blogging, but maybe it's not working, so maybe she goes to vlogging, and maybe she's starting to do some makeup tutorials. Maybe boyfriend does my makeup, or girlfriend does boyfriend's makeup. Maybe we're going to see Barry Allen with makeup in this episode. That could be actually a very interesting plot point for them to go forward with. The Flash sometimes likes to be a bit risky, with some bed scenes. So maybe Iris is going shopping for some kinky stuff. Maybe just some general silverware for the shop, for the house. Some china, some fine china. Maybe a new pair of shoes. Maybe Iris burned her shoes when she was a speedster for that one episode. Maybe she burnt them up a bit. Needs a new pair of kicks. We did see Barry watching a lot of TV when he was starting off, so he was catching up on TV, so maybe he burnt out the TV a bit, so he needs a new TV, maybe a new gaming PC, maybe just a regular PC, maybe he's a bit of a noob, doesn't like the gaming stuff, but still likes to browse the internet here, every now and then. So around this story, I actually can't wait to find out. It should be amazing and just so interesting to watch, seeing Iris go shopping and what she picks out, and then they can do a haul video on their new YouTube channel as well, which should be pretty cool. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'll be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on this synopsis. What are you looking forward to most in this episode? What are your general, replies to my breakdown of it? What do you think Iris is going shopping for? I'm very interested to see what everyone is going to write in the comments. Of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Happy April Fools, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.